Services free webinar about study in Canada. I am Francis, an education counselor. Along with me are my colleagues, Vanity and Martin. Hi, Van and Martin. Good evening. All right. And tonight, we are also joined by the representatives of two prestigious colleges in Canada to discuss their program offerings and what their city and province can offer to international students. And we from Kanata will also discuss the process of application and the needed requirements to start your journey in Canada. So let us hear all the details about how Kanata can help you to Canada through Kanata. And tonight, our first speaker is from Cambrian College in Sudbury, Ontario. She is the market representative for Southeast Asia and Oceania. And let us all hear all the details of Cambrian College from Sophia. Hi, Sophia. I think she's on mute.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Sophia, and I am the market representative of Cambrian College for Southeast Asia. So today, I'm so happy to join the webinar from Canada. Thank you so much. And Mabuhay, everybody. Today, I would love to share with you about Cambrian College information about our programs, our admission intake requirements, and also a lot of benefits for international students. Okay, so let's explore Cambrian College with me. All right, so now I will share my screen and I will start my presentation. Can you please make me the co-host, then I can share my screen. Thank you. All right, here you are. Okay. So actually, I just create a new PowerPoint for Cambrian College, and this is the first time I present to you. So I hope that everything is okay. Okay, so before we get started with Cambrian College, I would love to share with you the quick video clip about us. So here you are.
I got this. Bring it on. Dream big. Do something new. You got this. I will be
An innovator.
a community superhero.
Healthcare leader.
We got this. I've got this. Your future starts now at Cambrian College.
Okay, so welcome again to Cambrian College. Your future starts now at Cambrian College, because at Cambrian College, we will offer you a lot of benefits. First of all, you are eligible to apply for BZWB after graduation, because we are the public college and we also have the DLI numbers. And secondly, it's very easy for you to get the job offer, because Cambrian College is located in Sudbury, and Sudbury is the largest city in Northern Ontario that offers you some opportunity, including part-time job and full-time job. And on the top of that, we have the immigration program that offer for international students. It is RNIP program, Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Okay, so that I will share with you in detail later on. And before I start with our information, I would love to share with you, this is the testimonial from our Southeast Asia student, especially from your beautiful country, the Philippines. And they all agree that Canada is an education destination for international students like them where dreams do come true. And I strongly believe that when you choose Canada to study, when you choose Cambrian to study, to try to start your journey, your dreams do come true as well. Okay, so best of luck. And in my presentation, I have 6 points, 6 parts. Would love to share with you, first of all, about our community, Superi. Secondly, about living and working here. Next, about Cambrian College, accommodation, immigration as well is very important. And last but not least, it is about the scholarship and financial support. And now let's get started with our location. Where is Cambrian College? All right, so you can see this is the map of Canada. And Cambrian College is located in Superi. And Superi is the largest city in Northern Ontario. And we are the biggest city in the RNIP program, Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. And from Superi to Toronto, you only take around 4 hours by driving, or only 1 hour by airplane from Superi to Toronto. So it's not too far for you. And by the way, this is some details about, some information about our community. So Cambrian, so Superi, as I mentioned previously, we are the Northern Ontario largest city, and we call this is the Nickel City or City of Lakes, because we have more than 300 lakes and hundreds of kilometers of trails in every direction. So if you love the outdoor activity like hiking, biking, or skiing, Superi is a good choice for you, because we call Superi is the outdoor paradise. And as you can see that we have a lot of attraction, shopping, entertainment, outdoor activity, and especially we have the biggest coin. We call this is the big nickel of the world. So for your information, that every year a lot of tourists, they just want to visit Superi because they want to check in with this Bitcoin. Because this is a unit in Canada. So I hope that in the future, if you have a chance to visit Superi, don't forget to take the picture with this one. And during the winter time, like right now, absolutely, I know that it's very cold, very cold, very freezing. But fortunately, most of Pinoy students, they said that, okay, they can still survive. So you don't worry about that. Okay. And now I would like to share with you the top reason that you should choose Superi to live and to study. But before that, I would like to share with you the quick video clip about our community. Okay, so here you are. All right, so welcome again to Superi, and I hope that you will love this community, because you can see that there is never a boring day or night in Superi. We have a lot of activity for you. And well, actually, we have the 6 reasons for choosing Superi. So first of all, employment opportunity. Because we are the largest city in Northern Ontario, and a lot of employers here, they want to enhance the manpower. So that's the reason why the government, they choose Superi to to organize the RNIP program. Okay, so that is the first reason. And the second reason is this is a big city but small town. I mean that if you love the noise from the city, like my city in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah, sometimes I would love to enjoy the outdoor activity, the nature, but it's very difficult for me to find it when I'm in Ho Chi Minh City. But however, in Sudbury, you can find both. Yeah, the big city and also the nature. It's very beautiful. A lot of beautiful scenery here. And also, we are the emerging industry. For example, for healthcare, education, finance, and also skill trade. And this is a safer and welcoming community because a lot of Filipino students, they also share with me that whenever they go outside and even they meet they meet the stranger, but everybody just say hi with them, say hello with them, so they feel that the city is so friendly. Yeah, everybody here is very, very friendly. And most important, this is the affordable cost of living when you choose Sudbury, because according comparison, cost of living between Sudbury and Toronto, when you live in the smaller community, you can save money from tuition fee as well as living expense. For example, every month, if you live in Sudbury, just single, you might spend more than just 1,000 Canadian dollar per month. While living in Toronto, you might spend more than 2,000 Canadian dollar per month, right? So this is the first one of the benefits when you choose the smaller community to live. And on the top of that, it is about the immigration opportunity on a program. Okay, and so that is the reason why in 2015, Sudbury was ranked as the one of Canada happiness city. Okay, and now let's move to the living and working. So I would like to share with you the key biggest employers in Sudbury. They come from mining, they come from healthcare, education, finance, and engineering technology. The purpose I would love to share with you this one because I usually recommend that our students should choose the program related to this industry to study. Yeah, because when you choose the biggest employers in Sudbury, it makes sense that it's very easier for you to get a job offer upon graduation, right? And this is some example of companies and job offer in Sudbury. Yes, you can visit this website to get more information. You can see that the job offer related to mining, healthcare, environmental, and project management. Okay, and now let's move to our college, Cambrian College, right? So Cambrian College is the largest college in Northern Ontario. And at the moment, we have more than 5,000 full-time students from 70 countries. And for Pinoy's community, for Philippine student community at Cambrian College, we have more than 80 Filipino students who are studying with us. And we do hope that the number of Filipino students will be increasing this year, next year, and in the future, and of course, including you today. Okay. So yeah, so now let's move to our programs. So at Cambrian College, we offer more than 80 career-focused programs. Yeah, for international students. And we do have the undergraduate levels program, for example, diploma for 2 years or advanced diploma for 3 years. Or you can choose the postgrad certificate program to study. Okay, so as you can see, this is the list of programs that we offer for international students. For example, general study, environmental, skill trade, business, IT, art, design, health science. We have personal support worker, we have OTPA program, and also we do offer early childhood education. Yeah, and Absolutely, we have the video clip for each program here. Okay, so you just need to click the icon of YouTube, and then you can see the video clip about our program. Excuse me. And now let's move to the admission requirement and intake. So the good news for Filipino students, I know that most of you very good at English, so we decided to waive IELTS for Filipino students. But you need to provide the MOI for us. Otherwise, you need to submit IELTS or Duolingo. We still accept Duolingo until this September 2023. And in terms of postgraduate certificate program, the ideal plan for you is 1+1. If you want to get the BCWB up to 3 years, so you can take the bundle program. And we are able to offer the LOA with 2 programs for you. Otherwise, if you don't want to study 1+1 program, now we have the option for you. It's a global business management. It's a 2 years program, postgraduate diploma, right? And another good news that we have 6 intakes for international students: January, March, May, July, September, and November. So it's very flexible for you. And in terms of application processing, you need to, I highly recommend that you need to contact Kanata Agency. They will help you to submit the application on all cards, and you need to wait around 4 to 6 weeks to receive the readmit. And then you need to pay the first semester tuition fee to get the LOA, and then you can apply a visa for a visa. And when you choose Cambrian College, please remember you choose Barrydale campus. Yeah, this is our main campus in Superior. And in terms of accommodation, we offer resident for single student, and we have 2 kind of resident: dorm style and townhouse style. Or if you go to Canada with your family, you can choose housing off campus. And this is some example for family student. They want to rent the apartment in Superior. And also in terms of tuition fee and living expense for 1 year, I would love to take the example for couple without kids, and they choose business analysis as their program. So you can see that this program has 3 semesters, and the total tuition fee is around 14,000 Canadian dollars. When you plus book adjustment, food, personal expense, so total, the couple will spend around 37,000 Canadian dollars per year. But if you go single, I mean that you go to Canada to study at Cambrian College, only you, for single, you just may spend around 24,000 Canadian dollars per year. And I think that is an affordable tuition fee and living expense for international students. And of course, at Cambrian College, we have the career center and a lot of service that offer for international students. We have in February, next week, we will organize the biggest career fair for international students, where you can come, you can join, and you can build a network with employer here. And we also have the R&D, research and development department, where you can get the the part-time job or internship during study with us. And of course, if you are interested in sport, at Cambrian College, we offer a lot of choice for you, like badminton, volleyball, or soccer. And now let's move to the immigration benefits for international students. I think that maybe after our presentation, Kanata also mentioned about that. But I just want to give you the general information, like if you are in international student, you will receive the study permit benefits. For example, you can have the on or off campus working, hours or 40 hours per week. And also, your spouse will have the open work permit, and your children will receive the study permit. Education is free in Sudbury from kindergarten to high school. And now you can see that this is the process for international students from study. They will receive the benefit, like if you study full-time program, you can get the work part-time, and then after you graduate, you are eligible to get the BCWP up to 3 years, and then you can apply for permanent residence. And this is the sum of program for permanent resident in Canada. For example, you can apply for express entry, you can apply for caregiver program or B&B program. And now, if you choose Sudbury to study and to live here, you will have one more option to apply. It's the RNIP program. And now let's talk about the RNIP program that is a Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. And there are 11 communities are choosing participating in RNIP program. And Sudbury is the largest of the 11 cities in RNIP program. And please remember that we refer for 25 to 45 years old applicants who want to apply for RNIP program. This is the point for you. And for minimum requirement, we require the Sudbury government, they require you need to have a job offer, the English requirement, the NOC, we accept for 5 levels, O, A, B, C, and D. And also you need to have 1 year of Canadian work experience, or you just need to graduate the 2 years post-secondary post-secondary credential in Sudbury. Okay, and if you want to know more about RNIP program, know more about our point system, please visit this website. And also, this is the list of eligible occupation for primary applicants who want to apply for RNIP program. And I just want to share with you the good news that most of programs at Cambrian College, that it's accept for the occupation for RNIP program in Sudbury. And for Filipino community, at the moment, we have 3 successful students who got the PR under RNIP program. And I hope that more to come and more to success with Cambrian College. And please remember, for RNIP program, the benefit for you if you go to Sudbury with your spouse, okay? Because your spouse can become the main applicant, not you. So that is one of the benefits if you go to study here with your spouse. All right, and last but not least, I would love to share with you the scholarship and financial support. First of all, we will waive application for you, especially when you apply under Kanata Agency. We will waive application fee. And when you become the registered student, you will receive the housing bursary up to $1,800 for the first semester for our resident and for single student. And also, you will receive the $500 book bursary. And also, after you finish the first semester, depends on your GPA, you are eligible to apply for 500 to 1,000, more than 1,000 Canadian dollar scholarship per semester. Okay, so that is the scholarship and financial support currently we have at Cambrian College. And to summarize about Cambrian College, I just want to give you the 3 top reasons that you should consider to apply for Cambrian College. So first of all, because we offer you the affordable tuition fee as well as cost of living and also quality of life. And also, we have the job opportunity for you because, again, we are the regional center of Northern Ontario. including part-time job and full-time job. And please remember, we are ranked at the second in graduate employment rate in Ontario 2019 and 2020. And on the top of that, we have the RNIP program, Immigration Opportunity. All right, so that I hope that with 3 reasons, one day in the future, you can choose Cambrian College and you can make Cambrian College become your second home. Thank you so much. That is my presentation. Yeah, and if you have any question, we will discuss more later on. Thank you so much for listening.
All right. Thanks, Sophia, for that wonderful presentation. So for a quick recap, Cambrian College is located in Sudbury, Ontario. It is the largest city of in Northern Ontario. So they offer programs in business, IT, information technology, teaching, and they also have health programs and engineering and hospitality and tourism. So they are also waiving the English proficiency requirement for Filipinos, and they also waiving the application fee. So our second speaker is from Kanata. She will discuss the process of application, what are the needed requirements to start your journey in Canada, and also the services that Canada gives to applicants who wants to study in Canada. Let us all welcome Miss Van.
That's
Hi,
right. Thank
Van.
you. Hi, Francis. Thank you so much. Can you hear me clearly? Am I
Yes.
audible enough? All right. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can everybody see it?
Yes.
Can you see the PowerPoint? All right, let me put it in slideshow. Okay, so for today, before I start, good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending our webinar. We do acknowledge that it's the last day of the week, at least the last working day for most of us now. So I'm just gonna keep the presentation quite short. And I'll start with an overview of what's gonna be in my presentation. Okay, so I'm gonna speak on behalf of Kanata as a company. So we are Kanata Educational Consultancy Services for this presentation. There, so I'm gonna talk about what we are, or who we are as a company, the services that we are gonna offer. I'm gonna give a brief introduction also, or brief details about Canada. How do we do the process if you intend to apply? I'm gonna give you also a background of the student life opportunities once you're there in Canada, and the plans that could possibly be yours once you become an international student. All right. So for about us, where did we get our name? We got our name from where Canada got its name. So Canada and Kanata as a company got its name from a Native American word, which is Kanata. That means village or coming together or meeting place. Okay. So we are one of the leading educational agencies in Manila for Canada. And then we've been in the industry for almost 5 years. So we do help in school application and visa processing also. We are in direct partnership with a lot of schools in Canada, like Cambrian College and NorQuest College also. Okay. Next one, what are our services? So before that, let me share with you our mission and vision first. For our mission, we help students to achieve their dream by providing our services at no extra cost. And the vision is the avenue of students, be the first avenue of students with common goal of pursuing their education abroad. So what are our services? We try to minimize it into 4. So the first one is assessment. So we provide free assessment to students prior to application. So this basically means if you plan to consult with us, if you plan to book a consultation with us, that consultation is free. Okay, so you just need to click on the link. I think we shared the link in the chat box. So you just need to click on that. book your consultation, book a schedule for your consultation, and that is free. Okay. Next one is a representation. So we represent you to the school that you choose to apply into. The third one is a documentation. So we provide a checklist. So it's a comprehensive list of requirements and guidelines. And the fourth one is we do give assistance. So we assist you throughout your visa process. Not only the visa process, we do assist you with the school application as well. Okay, about Canada. So Canada is the second largest country by land in the world. It has 10 provinces, 3 territories, and 4 regions. So you have your Western Canada, where you can find NorQuest College in Alberta. We have Atlantic Canada, we have the Northern Canada, and we have Central Canada, where you can find Cambrian College in Ontario. Okay, so why are a lot of students attracted to study in Canada? Why should you go to Canada and study there? So Canada is known to be one of the most educated countries in the world. This is being shown as more than half of their population has a tertiary education degree from a college or university, and they're so kind to open their country, you know. So it's not just for Canadians, it's very much open for international students as well. Next, so if you study in Canada, of course, you're going to have international accreditation. Next reason is that the schools in Canada, compared to other countries, is affordable. So let's say compared to schools in Australia or in the UK or in the US, the schools or the tuition fee in Canadian schools is way lower compared to those. Canada also offers a very diverse culture and society. They do have a very healthy and safe community. And the medium of instruction in the schools is in English. Next, they do offer exciting campus environment, world-class innovative education, possible migration, and unlimited opportunities once you're there. I'll be discussing those opportunities later. Benefits of an international student. But before I discuss about the benefits, let me share with you a brief discussion about your obligation once you get to hold a study permit. So if you want to be an international student in Canada, you should always be enrolled at a DLI. So DLI stands for Designated Learning Institution. So why is it important to apply in those schools? Okay, so DLIs are either private or public, but basically it's very important to enroll in a DLI school because only DLI schools offer PGWP. So PGWP is a postgraduate work permit, which I will discuss later, but I guess a lot of you know, about that already. So the second one is to make progress towards completing the program. So that should be one of your goals. It's to finish a program that you apply into. The third one is to respect the conditions of the study permit. Fourth one is you stop studying if you do not meet the requirements. And the fifth one is to leave Canada when your permit expires, unless you apply for another permit. But once your study permit expired and you did not apply for any other permits, you have to leave the country. Okay, next one. There. So one of the benefits of being an international student in Canada is that you can work. You are allowed to work. So you can work while you are studying. So you have these following options. You can work on campus. So if you work on campus, you don't necessarily have to possess a work permit. The study permit will suffice. You should be a full-time student. And then you should have a valid study permit, student permit. Next one is you can work off campus. So again, you're not required to have a work permit, but you can only start working once you have started studying. So once your class has started, that's the only time that you get to start to work. And the third one is that, of course, you should be enrolled in a program. You should be studying because you're a part-time student. All right, next, you're a part-time worker, but you're a full-time student. All right, next one is a co-op. So I think a lot of you see this most of the time. So this is a frequent question asked. Like, what is a co-op? So co-op is something that is integrated with a program. So it's in the Philippines, it's like our OJT or the internship. It's just that co-op most of the time is paid, and you do have to apply for it. I think in most of the schools here, we do have a placement. In some programs, they do field placement and work placement also. But if you are enrolled in a program with co-op, most likely you'd have to apply for that. But again, it's paid. Next. So how many hours are you supposed to work legally? You're supposed to work for 20 hours. So 20 hours per week. That's the allowed number of hours for a student. Okay, during your school semester. So while the classes are ongoing, you can work for 20 hours per week, 40 hours during your breaks. Okay, so pwede na to work as much as you want if it's your break or if it's during holiday breaks. So that would be fine. But while your classes are ongoing, 20 hours lang. Next. Okay. So in studying in Canada, once you finish your program, hindi ka naman uwi agad. You won't be asked to leave the country right away because you are eligible. Once you finish your program, you are eligible to apply for what they call the postgraduate work permit, which I mentioned kanina. So what is a PGWP? It's a work permit, which is one of your benefits. So you can apply for that once you finish your program. So the duration of your PGWP depends on the duration of your program. So if your program is less than 8 months, you are not eligible for a PGWP. If your program is for 1 year, you have a 1-year PGWP. And then the reason why a lot of our students really push through for a 2-year program is because your PGWP can be stretched up to 3 years. Okay, so another benefit is that you can bring your dependents, but your dependents are limited to your spouse, your common law partner, and your children. So, Miss, can I bring my sister with me? No, hindi sila considered dependent. How about my mom? Hindi din. So it's really just a spouse, common law partner, and your children, if you have. What are the documents that you need to prepare? So of course, you should have your valid passport, your academic transcript. So that will be your college transcripts and your high school also. Certificate of employment, IELTS results for some schools, okay, but not for all. Also, it depends on the type of visa application stream that you're gonna choose. Next one is birth certificate, your diploma, your IDs, and your resume. Process. We'll take you through the steps of becoming a student up to securing visa application to Canada. So in Kanata, if you get the services of Kanata, will help you with the school application and the visa application. So the first one that you need to do is to consult with a counselor, and you do that by booking a consultation with us. Again, the link is on the chat box, so you're free to book a schedule so that you can consult with a counselor. After the presentation, we're going to have a Q&A, but most of the questions that we're going to answer are questions that are beneficial for the majority. So if you have very specific questions, I suggest that you do book a consultation with the counselors so that we can attend to all your queries in detail. Next one is you gather and submit required documents. The third one is to apply to a designated learning institution. We'll be the one to apply for you. So schools. And then what would be the benefit of applying through us? I think Sophia mentioned a while ago, no? If you apply through Kanata, in some schools, especially those we are in direct partnership with, your application can be waived. Your application fee can be waived. Okay, so you apply to a designated learning institution. After that, you wait for the letter of acceptance. So there are schools that can issue LOAs or letter of acceptance after a few days. But normally the normal waiting time for waiting for LOA usually takes 4 to 6 weeks. Next, so once you receive your LOA, it means you have your seat. This is a program that you prefer. So the next thing that you need to do is to reserve that seat, and you do that by confirming and paying your tuition fee. So in paying your tuition fee, you can pay for the whole year, but you do have the option to pay for at least the first semester. Next is to get a medical test. The next one is to complete all visa requirements. We'll be sending you a complete checklist for the visa requirements. We'll also send guide questions and an outline if you do need help for your statement of purpose, which is part of the requirements for your visa application. The next one is submit visa application. So we'll be the one to submit the application for you. We'll do the lodging, but you don't need to worry because we are very transparent. So your GC key and all your login details will be provided for you. We won't keep those to ourselves. We're going to share those details to you so that you can check it on your own. You can check the progress yourself. Next. Okay. So in visa application, we have two types of stream. We have the regular stream, which is the most preferred option of visa application of students. Later, you'll see why it's the most preferred option. And the next one is a study direct stream. So it's a straightforward, hassle-free type of application. Okay. So this is the comparison between regular stream and study direct stream. So in regular stream, you can pay for at least a first semester tuition fee. But for study direct stream, you are required to pay for the first year tuition fee again. Next, for POF or proof of financial capacity for regular stream, it should contain your 1 year tuition fee and your 1 year living cost of 10,000 Canadian dollars. So where did we get that 10,000 Canadian dollars? That is your estimated cost of living for a year in Canada. So this is what should be in your proof of fund. Okay, so that's your 1 year tuition fee and your 1 year living cost of 10,000 Canadian dollars. Now for the study direct stream, since you're assumed to have paid your 1 year tuition fee already, what they're going to look for is a GIC. GIC stands for Guaranteed Investment Certificate of 10,000 Canadian dollars. Next one, regular stream, you're not required to take an IELTS. Yeah, so this is why it's the most preferred. So you're not required to take an IELTS. Unlike study direct stream, wherein you are required to submit an academic IELTS with a result no lower than 6.0. Both streams would require your LOA, letter of acceptance. You need to have a school first before you get to apply for visa. Study plan or the statement of purpose, and proof of identity. Okay, so there. For your visa application, there and our services, what you need to prepare though is your passport, your resume, academic transcripts, pay for the security deposit. Or security deposit in Kanata, which you're supposed to pay initially, is 10,500 pesos, but your security deposit is consumable. So we call it consumable because once you are applying for visa, we will get your visa application fee and your biometrics fee from the security deposit. Again, so in applying with Kanata, free assessment, unlimited consultation, because you can email us, you can message us, contact us anytime on our Facebook page, call or message your counselors for questions and inquiries. And our assistance is free. So we will assist you with your school and visa applications. there. So you can follow us on our Facebook page. Our number is here. You can email us as well. And then you can follow us on Instagram. And if you do want to visit us, our physical office is in Makati. So that's in the Enterprise Tower 2, 28th floor, Ayala Avenue, corner Paseo de Rojas in Makati. And if you do have time, please visit Miss Catherine Mayer's YouTube and Instagram. Please do watch her videos. Very beneficial, especially for those who are really planning to apply. So you'd get to learn a lot. So find time to watch the videos. And I think our webinars are also saved there, right? Is it right, Francis?
Yes,
I think
yes.
it's there also. So if you do want to recommend it to your other friends and families and then get to attend the webinars, you can visit the page. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Van, for that very detailed presentation. And unfortunately, the representative from NorQuest College wasn't able to attend this webinar. However, if you have questions for NorQuest College, me and Van will be delighted to answer them. All right, so we can now proceed with the Q&A. Van?
Okay. All right. And Sophia will be here to answer your questions also. So if you have questions, specific questions for Miss Sophia, she'd gladly answer it for you.
All right.
Okay. There. So for the first question.
Okay. Van, I have a question here. They're asking, how long is the school application process in Cambrian College, Sophia?
Okay, so thank you so much for your first question. So for our LOA processing time, it takes around 4 to 6 weeks to process the offer. So after you submit the application, you need to wait around 4 weeks, and then you will receive the readmit. And then you need to to pay the first semester tuition fee. So let's say around 8,000 Canadian dollars to receive the official LOA.
And
Thank
that
you.
letter can be used to apply for your student permit or student visa. So
Yes.
for your application, you don't need to email them to Sophia or to Cambrian College. So you need to send all the documents to Kanata, and we are the one who will process your application.
That's right. And the best thing about that is that if you apply through Kanata, your application is waived. Application fee is waived, right?
Yes,
It's free.
waive application fee $95.
So that's
That's
almost
right.
4,000 pesos that you can save when you apply through Kanata.
It's 4,000 pesos, not dollars.
Sorry, 4,000. Baka ako yung single, sorry.
Correct.
Yeah, that's 4,000 pesos.
4,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Sophie. For the next question. It's not really a question, but it says here, I am 50 years old, currently employed, but I am interested to study and learn. So do they have age limit in Canada? If you want to study, they don't. There's no age discrimination. So if you are 50 and above, it's fine. You can still study in Canada. Right?
Yeah, I 100% agree with Van. And also at Cambrian College, we welcome all of you. Not age limited, so don't worry about that. I even have the student 45 years old and also 50 years old. Yeah, so they still study with us, so don't worry about that.
That's right. They're very, very welcoming. They
Yeah,
accept
and
everyone.
just want to share, Van and Sophia, last year for the September 2022 intake, I have a student who is 50 years old who applied for a diploma course, and she was able to get a student permit, and now she's living in Canada already and started.
Life in Canada. Okay. Next one. Next question.
Okay. There's a question here from Adele. She is asking if the personal support worker is open for fall 2023 intake in Cambrian College.
Yes, we still open for personal support worker for September intake 2023. And you just need to contact to Kanata, to apply for us.
Okay.
All right. And just want to share, Van, for NorQuest College, they don't have personal support worker program, but they have practical nursing. So it's a 2-year program for internationally educated nurses. So if you want to study in health-related programs in Edmonton or in NorQuest College, we can help you to apply. And it is available this September also, September 2023.
Still open for the fall intake.
Yeah.
So book your consultation now. Next question. Next question.
I'm so sorry
Hi.
to interrupt you, but
Sure.
I have received a direct message from Red.
Mhm.
Red asked me, let me forward the question for you guys. That he asked me if we apply to website for game design program, do we still need to go through all costs? Well, for your question, that I highly recommend that you need to contact to Kanata team. The counselor will help you to apply for game design, and we are still available for September intake. And yeah, and don't forget that when you apply to Canada, we will waive application for you. So why not?
Why not? Right?
Yes.
Basically, Sophia, all programs in Cambrian College are open for September 2023, right?
On most program they are available for September intake. You know, September is the biggest intake of the year.
All
Yes,
right.
so
So what if the student is interested for the winter 2024 intake? When will you start accepting applications for February 2024?
we will open for winter intake is around the middle of March. So let's say 15 of March, we will open to receive the applicants for winter intake.
All right.
March. We'll take
Thanks.
note of that. Thanks, Sophia.
All right.
Okay.
Welcome.
For the next question, I do have one question here. Got it from YouTube because we are live on YouTube, by the way. So,
Okay.
hi, how can I pay for my tuition fee? And what about if the visa is refused? Where and how can I get my money back? So in terms of paying the tuition fee, usually the transaction will be made by the students themselves. So once you get your LOA, the payment instruction will be there. So you can pay on your own since it's gonna cost like a huge amount of money. So it's better if you do the transaction on your own. Now, in terms of being, let's say if your visa gets refused or your application gets refused, can they refund their money? Sophia, can you answer that for us?
Yes, absolutely. You can refund your money back. But deducted $200. Yeah, $200 admission fee if your visa was refused.
I see. Okay. So
That's reasonable.
that's right. So please take note of that. If your visa gets refused, you can still refund the tuition fee that you've paid with a deduction of 200 Canadian dollars, right?
Yes, and also have an option, Van, defer their intake to next available intake.
That's right.
So, because in Canada, you can always reapply for a student permit after getting a refusal. So we in Canada will still help you on your reapplication, but you need to pay the reapplication fee of 150 Canadian dollars.
That's correct. Now, in terms of deferral, Sophia, how do you do that? Do you allow deferrals in Cambrian College?
Yes, we allow a deferral for students, and maximum is three times. Yeah, three times. And the good news that we don't charge any fee for deferral.
Okay, so that's good news. So you can defer for 3 times, and no deferral fee. Right.
Okay. There is a question here from Iran. And how much is the total processing fees? So for my 20-year-old, 23 years of working in big company here in Mindanao. All my properties already named to my daughter, but my daughter is willing to support my studies in Canada. Will you still assist me? So, again, Kanata Educational Consultancy Services doesn't have any processing fees or assistance fees that we collect from the student. So all our services are free. So we will help you on the school application. We will also help you on your visa application, all free, no charges, no hidden charges. But before we start your application, you need to settle 10,500 pesos, and that one will be used for your visa fee and biometrics fees. Because regardless whether you're applying on your own, you're doing DIY, or you're working with an agent, you still need to pay those fees when you apply for any type of visa in Canada. So instead of you making a DIY application, you can work with Kanata with no extra fees.
Right. Other questions?
Yes, I have here, Van,
Okay.
one question. So what are the courses or programs available for students who already have a bachelor's degree, Sophia, for in Cambrian College?
Okay, so for students who already has the bachelor degree, they can apply for postgraduate certificate or postgraduate diploma programs. And in Cambrian College, we have more than 17 postgrad programs that are for international students. For example, business analytics or supply chain, project management, accounting. Yeah, and by the way, I will share to you the list of program here through the chat box. So give me a minute. Okay, so here you are. Okay, so I just share to you the list of program for postgrad certificate.
Thanks, Sophia. Sophia, I have a question though. If students are interested to apply for your postgraduate certificate or postgraduate diplomas, are they required to submit their high school documents as well?
Yes, I have to say yes. I know that some of students it's very difficult for them to get the high school, the TOR.
That's right.
Yeah, but this is our requirement, especially when students apply for business analytics. We do require high school transcript because we require the ratio of math. Yeah, so they need to show that. However, if they submit another others option like project management or supply chain, if they cannot find the TOR, they can explain to us why they cannot provide that, and I will try to convince the admission to waive them, to waive that for them.
So it will go through you first. So you'll help with the convincing.
So,
Okay.
so Sophia, one student here is already has an MA or master's. Can they still apply for the post-degree or postgraduate certificate program in Cambrian College?
Yes, absolutely, they can apply. But the problem here in their study plan, that what students need from Canada to help them for study plan, because some students they already get the master degree, but now they want to back to postgraduate certificate. They need to explain why. Yeah, and I think with the expert from the team of Canada, they will definitely help you.
Okay,
That's true.
yes, that's during the one-on-one consultation and
Yes,
assessment, we will discuss this in more detailed manner. So make sure to book a consultation with us, and booking link is here on the chat box.
That's
Make
right.
sure to have your consultation.
Okay, so for the next question, Lenny Horos asked if we do have financial assistance for the proof of funds. unfortunately, we're not in partnership with any financial institution or those who can offer financial help for your proof of funds. However, we don't discourage that. So if you can find one, it would be fine, as long as you get to consider that in submitting the bank statements for your proof of fund, you need to present at least 4 to 6 months. It should be reflected in your bank statement. So if you're going to do that, better to have that sum or that amount in your bank earlier before you get to lodge the application.
So Red is asking for the proof of funds, he will be getting sponsored, but which one is the most more advisable? A sponsor from the PH for the Philippines, or can he be sponsored by someone from the US? So fortunately in Canada, for the proof of funds and for the sponsorship, as long as he or she can present a proof of funds, proof of income, and a notarized affidavit of support anywhere he is, he can sponsor you as long as he can produce these documents. So make sure to have a proof of relationship via birth certificate and marriage certificate, because the sponsor should be someone related, blood related to the student, to have a strong application in the visa application.
Okay. Do you have other questions? I don't think there are questions
What are the
anymore.
Question for us.
Right?
Don't be shy.
Are you
Don't be
receiving
shy.
questions, Sophia? Sorry.
Sorry?
Are you receiving any questions from your end?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Voila.
Wala. Wala ng questions.
All right. Okay. One last question, Ben. And Irene here is asking how much funds for the sponsorship. Ben, I think you can answer.
I should answer. Okay. So for the sponsorship, I think it was in the table, right? A while ago when I presented about the regular stream. So for your proof of funds, that should be the amount reflected in your proof of fund. Yung 1-year tuition fee plus your 10,000 Canadian dollars. So the funds of your sponsor should be enough to cover that. Also, in the application, we do add the estimated airfare, right? So that would be your, if you are applying, if it's a solo application, so your proof of fund should be your 1-year tuition fee plus 10,000 Canadian dollars for your estimated cost of living plus your estimated airfare. That's the total amount. So it would vary, and it depends on how much the tuition fee is.
So I think that concludes our webinar for tonight. And again, Kanata Educational Consultancy Services doesn't require you to pay any assistance fee or processing fees. So we will help you on your school application until you have your visa approval. And we have a couple of schools from Ontario, also from other provinces in Canada like Alberta and British Columbia, that we can help you on the school application.
All right. So yeah, that marks the end of this info session. Thank you so much, Sophia. We do appreciate you here. It's always fun whenever you join the info session. So thank you so much for giving us your time.
I'm so enjoy, but actually I just received the one question.
Oh yeah, there is.
I got the last question.
Okay.
Okay, so let me answer the question. The student just asked me the course we need to take in Cambrian College should be related to the course I graduated from. For example, in my case, I would like to go in game design, but in my degree, there is no really relation to it, computer in engineering. Okay, so well, for your question, the good news that game design, we at Cambrian College, we don't require any experience related to computer or the game design background, and we also don't require the portfolio for this program. Okay, so don't worry about that. You just need to submit the TOR, high school diploma, and MOI. And most important, contact to Kanata team to submit your application. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. Sorry, another question.
Sure.
Yeah, thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Thank you. Another question. Okay, so how much tuition fee for personal support worker? Okay, so well, the average tuition fee at Cambrian College is around $16,500 per year. And for personal support worker, we have 2 semesters, and the total tuition fee is around 16,000 Canadian dollars. And you will have the co-op program for this. I mean that for personal support worker. Thank you.
Thanks, Sophia. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those who gave their questions, who asked their questions. Yeah, that's marks the end of our info session for this week. We do apologize again for not having the representative from NorQuest, but we'll be here for some other week. And we'll have Sophia back for some other week for sure. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Thanks,
Thanks,
Sophia.
everyone.
Sophia, can you stay for a while? Let's take a photo.
Okay.
After. Thanks.
Yeah.
Night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.